Hello, welcome back to the channel, and today we're playing some Pioneer, which is interesting, but this is for the Arena Qualifier Day 1, and I qualified with this, which is the current best deck in the format. Is it Prowess? So I'm going to do a quick little deck tech before jumping into the games. Of course, this deck's very cheap, low to the ground, aggressive, Prowessy style, Corey Steel Cutter. So we'll just go through the deck real quick. So on the top end, we have, of course, our quad Corey Steel Cutter and Emberheart Challenger, which has a lot of good things going on, a lot of ways to trigger it. And then our multitude of 1-drops. So we'll break this down into threats and spells. So on the threats, we have the quadruple, with full play set of Monastery Swift Spear, Storm Chaser's Talent, and Soulscar Mage as our prowess creatures. Soulscar Mage has a lot of, it doesn't have haste, but the -1/-1 counters that it can give is a good way to weaken opposing large creatures when our damage just isn't quite enough to kill it, but it can make it irrelevant or force it into a chump block situation. Storm Chaser's Talent is a good way to buy back our spells and also triggers prowess itself, as well as making a prowess body. And of course, Monastery Swift Spear, one of the best 1-drops ever printed. Haste prowess, very simple, straightforward. But then for our spells, we have triple Boomerang Basics. This card is absolutely insane. It is a lesson, bounce stuff, and it can also target our own things to give us card advantage and rebuy, say, our Storm Chaser's Talents. It can even trigger Emberheart Challenger in a pinch. We have Into the Flood Maw, just a pretty versatile bounce spell, can bounce anything, including big creatures and problematic hate pieces that our opponents might play. And all you have to do is give them a tapped fish. They can't even block. And then we have a big reason why this deck is a thing, Academic Dispute. So in combination with the Lessons package from Avatar, you have this card, which is the cheapest way to learn in Strixhaven. And of course, learn allows you to go and get a lesson from your sideboard. So target creature blocks this turn if able. You may have it gain reach until end of turn. That part's not as important. Mainly, it's the target creature blocks this turn if able and learn. So basically, this is a 1-mana removal spell that pumps your team and draws you a card, a relevant card, which is pretty nice. So we have some pretty cool lessons in the sideboard. We'll get there. We have a couple of Burst Lightnings, Experimental Synthesizer when it enters or leaves, Impulse, draw the top card of your deck. You could play it that turn. And this is really nice with the Boomerang Basics because, again, leaving the battlefield does trigger it. We have Firebrain Scheme, aka Heroes Hangout in paper. Pretty good way to churn through the deck. You can either exile the top 2 and then play one of them until the end of your next turn, or give 1 or 2 creatures +1/+0 and first strike until end of turn. So you can have a nice big attack with your prowess creatures. It's also another way to trigger your Emberheart Challenger. Another way to trigger your Emberheart Challenger is Reckless Rage. 1 mana, deal 4 instant speed to target creature, but you also have to deal 2 damage to target creature you control. But that's fine because everything in the deck except for a Naked Otter is going to survive the Reckless Rage because of prowess. So this is a good way to hate on larger creatures like Preacher of the Schism or other X4s, basically. I can't think of them now, but they're there. And of course, a couple copies of Monstrous Rage, good way to push through damage through the trample. We all know this card. Give it a monster roll. They should bring it back to standard. No, I'm just kidding. They probably shouldn't. All right, and then the mana base, just solid blue-red, mostly mountains. 1 Den of the Bugbear, full play sets of Spirebluff, Canal, River, Pyroverge, and Steam Vents, a few copies of Shivan Reef. And then for the sideboard, we have our lesson package. So we have the 4th copy of Boomerang Basics. We have a Firebending Lesson, It'll Quench Ya, an Octopus Form. I think a lot of folks were trying out a Accumulate Wisdom. I think the problem with Accumulate Wisdom is it's 2 mana, and you basically never get to 3 lessons in the graveyard. So it's essentially just an Anticipate. So I think I did see a couple lists playing Octopus Form, and this is a good way to basically, if you have 2 mana up, you can just have a pseudo counter spell for your creatures if they're going to point removal at it. We have an Iroh's Demonstration, another way to deal with 4 toughness creatures, or do a kind of mini Pyroclasm thing. Speaking of which, we have 2 copies of Pyroclasm, 2 copies of Scorching Shot, good for the Shieldreds of the world, and a couple of Brazen Borrowers to deal with, again, those problematic permanents that people will bring in as hate. So, deck's really strong. A lot of people are packing hate for it, and the deck is still putting up numbers. So, I think this is a pretty good choice if you're going to be playing this weekend. But I mean, I'm no like Pioneer expert or anything. I think there are a lot of other good decks in the format. The Greasefang deck is really cool, and then you have the other best deck in the format, which is the Selesnya Company deck. Actually, is a pretty tough matchup since they have a lot of main deck hate pieces. Then you have your black mid-range decks, black-white or mono-black with Shieldreds and Preacher of the Schisms and whatnot. But anyway, we're just going to go in and we're going to have a good time and hopefully qualify for the AC. So I'll see you guys there. All right, we're here for round 1 against Marcelo R. Cavalcante, and we're going first. That's a good sign. All right, it's got, it's a little threat light, but I don't think you mull this hand because we have the Stormchaser's Talent on 1. You have ways to enhance it and a couple of Academic Disputes to pseudo draw cards. And what's really nice is even if they answer the Otter, as long as they have a creature, I can use the Academic Dispute and go get my Boomerang basics and use it on the Stormchaser's Talent. So assuming opponent doesn't do too much, I think I'm going to try that. All right. So unfortunately, they're holding up a swamp, so probably a Fatal Push. I'm just going to go ahead and play a land. Yeah, they probably have something here. I'm just going to be patient with this. They're probably going to fire off a Fatal Push. If they do fire off the Fatal Push, I'm just going to go Academic Dispute. Okay, there's the Fatal Push. So I'm going to do what I said. Basically draw Boomerang basics. I could have also gotten the Octopus form there, but I think at this point I would rather just try to sculpt my hand and draw some more cards. Okay, nice. There's a Reckless Rage, so now if my opponent plays another threat, I can just kill it. Okay, I'm playing against the Rack Sack deck, I think. We'll go Shivan Reef, replay the Storm Chasers, and no need to do anything else. So this deck's going to be all about using Cat Oven. So we'll see how that goes. Another Scavenger's Talent. So they're getting pretty set up here. I don't know if they play Torch the Tower. I don't think I have to worry too much. I'm just going to go to my turn. Jeez. I'm not drawing the pressure that I need. I think I might just need to fire off this Academic Dispute just to try to get things going. I guess I can attack first. I might just use the Monstrous Rage, and then if they try to kill it, I have Academic Dispute plus Octopus Form. So, yeah, I think I'm going to try that. Use it a little bit more aggressively. Okay, it just works. In that case, I may just want Academic Dispute here. I'll just let it go. All right. Now this thing's a little bit bigger. Next turn, we can always Storm Chaser's Talent. Oh, Fable of the Mirror Breaker is totally fine. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and wait until my turn to use my spells. Yeah, let's go to our turn. And then I think we're just going to try to fire off a bunch of stuff. I don't have to use the Reckless Rage. Let's go Academic Dispute. So we can get... I can actually just get Idle Quenchia, which is kind of kind of nice. And they're forced to block. Yeah, let's just go ahead and grab the quench. Like, we're playing a more controlling type of game here. And this thing has to block, so it's going to die. Sure. Play land. Let's attack. It's a very strange game. I don't like that we basically only have the one threat currently. I also don't like that they have a bunch of food, but I mean, currently they don't have the cat oven combo thing. And now I'm just holding up this quench over their head. So hopefully they won't be able to do too much here. Okay, I think they're just going to crack food's end of turn, to be honest. I'm okay with that. Okay, deadly dispute on a food. That's fine. I mean, the less foods they have, the more life they're going to not gain. Okay, they're just setting up with the scavenger's talent. I could always flood maw this, but I don't think that's super necessary. 2, 3, 4, 5. I might just go Storm Chaser's talent, level up. Okay, another scavenger's talent. I'm not going to quench this. I don't really care. All right, that's a lot of scavenger's talents, which I'm not a fan of. We'll go to my turn. Ooh, Experimental Synthesizer was an excellent draw. All right, let's just go ahead and start with that. Get some prowess, draw a card. Hopefully we draw another threat. Quarry Steel Cutter. Kind of like the wrong order, but still pretty nice. So we can go Quarry Steel Cutter. And then, I believe, just attack. Okay, they are at 8. Okay, opponent's getting like super duper set up with all these scavengers talents. So if they're able to find cat oven combo, we could be in a little bit of trouble. But again, I'm just holding up this quench over their head for the foreseeable future. And I have ways to deal with their board. All right, there's a witch's oven. I don't think I care at the moment. So I'm gonna let this go. The problem is that they play a cat. That's where things get a little rough. Just, keep an eye on time. Yeah, I mean, sure. Okay, claim the firstborn. Yeah, not a fan of that. So they're going to basically use this to steal and sack, which I'm not super a fan of. So I think at this point, I'm going to use Into the Flood Maw to bounce the Witch's Oven. And now I can use the Quench to counter the Witch's Oven. And now they can take this, and I don't actually care. Unless they go land, that would suck. Yeah, so they're just going to attack. They probably can't afford to play the Witch's Oven now. Okay, nice. That was a good draw. All right, let's go Swift Speed. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can get back. I think they're just dead. Swift Spear. Well, they have the food to crack, so we'll go Reckless Rage here and here. Do all the things. They're not dead yet. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're going to go to 1, then go up to 4. Make a lot of food, unfortunately. All right, they're at 4. They have a lot of food that they can use. I still want to hold up the quench. They don't have the cat. If they get the cat, though, that gets really bad. I guess I'm not beating cat anyway. All right. Well, currently, they can only gain 6 life with the foods. They do have a chump blocker, which is a little annoying, but I can always go Storm Chaser's Talent on the next turn. Okay, they're going to go Deadly Dispute. I'm okay with this because they're basically running out of stuff. They're running out of mana. Like, the mana is a choke point for them. This quench is actually winning me the game. It's kind of funny. The problem is I'm not doing too much, but next turn, I believe I can just win by Storm Chaser's Talent level up and then like get something back. I think land is actually a pretty good draw because then I can go Storm Chaser's Talent, get back a 1-drop, hold up the Idle Quenches still, and I think that's going to be good enough. They have 1, 2, 3, so they can crack 2 foods now. So it'll be at 6 life, 10 life, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 prowess trigger is not enough, but if I get something like a Monstrous Rage or an Academic Dispute, that could be good enough. Okay, this is going to be a Blood Tithe Harvester. So is this bait? Do I actually care about this? Like if they just go like Oven Cat after this, I'm in for a bad time. This is also a chump blocker I have to deal with. I'm just going to hope that they don't have it. Let's see if they pay for this. Okay, they're just gonna let it go. All right, if they have Cat Oven now, we're in some trouble. They're just gonna pass. Okay, nice. So I think we've got it, but you know, just to be on the safe side, they could have the Fatal Push. Okay, let's go land. Uptick the Storm Chasers. We will get back. I think just Boomerang Basics, I guess, is the safest because that allows us to pretty much have a guaranteed shot at triggering the Corey Steel Cutter. Yeah, I actually like that. So we'll go Boomerang Basics. Because if I were to get an Academic Dispute and they have a Fatal Push up, I still think they die, but I'm just going to be extra cautious here. Okay, and then we're going to go Boomerang Basics. I think I just care about more spells, so I'm just going to go on the Synthesize. I mean, like, we're winning the game this turn, most likely, so I might as well, like, if I spike another spell, that's really huge. Like, another Monstrous Rage will kind of just end the game. Okay, so we're going to do that. Oh, Burst Lightning, perfect. Okay, they almost assuredly die. I will not be playing this Soulscar Mage. I will just be doing this to get more prowess triggers. Okay, and now opponent doesn't know about this Burst Lightning, so I can't imagine what combo of cards they could possibly have that can win them this game at this point. Okay, they're dead. Nice. Fantastic. Yeah, they go to 7. They go to 7, but they're... Oh, they hit 2 cats. That's a little annoying, which I'm not a fan of. But I still think they're dead. It's definitely a, you know, smack them and find out moment. Okay, Synthesizer. Oh, it's a Monstrous Rage. Nice. All right, I don't think I don't think they survived this. Yeah. Like, it was questionable with the burst lightning. I didn't do the math, but yeah, that was obviously a pretty good hit for them to hit the cats. Okay, so against this deck, I don't even know if I want to make any changes necessarily. That's what's so good about the Monstrous Rages, is that they really help in this particular matchup. So let's see. Do I want to bring in like Brazen maybe Torch the Tower to exile their things? I could see that. What else we got? Yeah, Scorching Shot I'm not super keen on. I don't think they really care about bringing in the large creatures like Ral. No, I don't like. Not in this matchup. I guess it's just the torches. What to take out? You can tell I don't play a lot of Pioneer. That's okay. I think we just maybe take out Synthesize. The problem with the torches, though, is that usually they have another sack outlet, but I don't know. Sometimes they're forced to bring back the cat, and then if you can like land this on it when they don't have a sack outlet, it'll basically just die. Plus, in a pinch, you can use this to blow up a Mayhem Devil. All right, I'm not sure what to cut. Maybe the Reckless Rage is pretty good too. I'm just gonna trim a Synthesizer and a Flood Maw, I think, because a lot of their stuff is very cheap. So I don't think the Flood Maw. Actually, you know what? Let's just get rid of both Flood Maws, I think. Now, was that correct? Nah. But overall, a pretty strong start. Okay. I think this hand's fine. Doesn't really interact with the opponent, but it does draw a lot of cards. It has a couple of bodies. I don't think you can mull this. Okay, they're getting started with the Scavenger's Talent. The card's really good. There's our Torch. Let's see if our sideboarding pays off. All right. I think we'll just start off with a Soulscar Mage. Try to push a little bit more damage next turn. There's a cat. Is it the... It's the oven. Okay. So, yeah. That is pretty good. Ooh, Academic Dispute. All right. Let's go for this. Yeah, I think the problem... Yeah, the problem is they can just, like, not bring this back immediately and then always have Witch's Oven up. Plus, they're going to make, like, 2 foods. That is very not cool on the opponent's end. Okay, let's go Swifty. Like, I don't think there's going to be an opportunity to use this Torch. Yep, they're going to make a couple of foods. I mean, if they get greedy, then we can Torch. All right, I think I'm just going to pass. Yeah, so now, unfortunately, they just have this Cauldron Familiar, Witch's Oven, Scavenger's Talent combo thing. Another Witch's Oven? That's so bad. That's so bad for me. Oh, no. Yeah, literally, they just have this now. I'm just going to Academic Dispute to draw a card, basically. Okay, so Torch the Tower was bad. Like, this is just impossible. This is so strong. They're going to make so many foods. I just basically need them to get greedy and use both Witch's Ovens, but I don't think they ever do that. If they're a good player, they're just always going to hold up a removal spell. Oh my god, they hit another cat. I don't think this game's winnable anymore, which is rough. I'm going to go Academic Dispute. I'm just going to draw. Man, the cats. Ridiculous. Yeah, this is just not very good. So let's see, we can get the I suppose another boomerang basics just in case. Okay, synthesizer's fine. We could start there. Yeah, they have their engine going. This is pretty bad for us. Another boomerang basics. Oh my god. I think I have to go Firebrain Scheme here just to try to find more land drops. I really needed like a Quarry Steel Cutter. I need to push. Yeah, Steam Vents. And then I could like force them to use the Witch's Oven, I guess. But yeah, the fact that they have the double cat with all this food is just not good. And then of course the Scavenger's talents allow them to mill themselves and find even more cats. And now I just don't have the mana to hold up a Torch the Tower. So yeah, opponents doing a lot of gaining, a lot of draining. Yeah, we don't have the monstrous rages. Yeah, they just bring back a couple cats. Unfortunate. So I think basically in this matchup, I just need to, yeah, if they get this going, it's pretty bad. But basically in this matchup, I just need to establish my engines a little bit sooner before my opponent sets up Cat Oven. Because like obviously this is just, I think this is unwinnable. I don't think there's anything in my deck that can, unfortunately, deal with this. Okay. I think oh my god. All right. I'm willing to save time for everybody and scoop it up there. Like there's no way. Double Witch's Oven with the cats and the foods. It's just not. I think I might have been actually literally dead there, but I don't know. I didn't want to do the math. Okay. So the problem is our stuff is so cheap. I don't think the torches are really doing anything. Maybe it is just the Flood Maws that are better and we keep it the same. This might just be a rough matchup. Because it's like they're never going to play a cat without an oven, I think is the problem. And then you're like not using your spells very aggressively. Is it still better than Flood Maw? I think the answer might be no, because if they spend time leveling up their talent, and then you use 1 mana to tempo them, because I don't think you can actually interact on the front of the Cat Oven thing. Like the fact that they have instant speed ways, or they can decide at instant speed when to bring back the cat, so that way you're the one has to like not blink first, but then that goes against your game plan of pushing as much damage as possible. So yeah, unfortunately, I think I just think this deck is not quite tuned to beat the Cat Oven interaction. We don't have ways to blow up the artifacts. So maybe that could have been a consideration for the sideboard if one is anticipating this matchup a little bit more. But yeah, so far I'm feeling that kind of lack of answer for the oven. Okay, but we're gonna have a strong opening hand. Oh, it's pretty good. Yeah, we got a Soulscar Mage, we got some bodies, we got ways to draw cards. I don't think you can mull this. Alright, start this, and Soulscar Mage. Hopefully they don't have a Fatal Push, otherwise we're not doing a whole lot. Probably a Fatal Push. There's a Quarry Steel Cutter, so I think I actually want to get maybe perhaps this going. And then I can set up for it next turn. I assume they have Fatal Push here. Like, there's no point in trying to go Monstrous Rage. Yeah, that's not happening. So now next turn I can always double spell, right? I can go Firebrain Scheme, Synthesizer. All right, opponent is getting started. There's the cat. Now I'm sad I took out the. This would have been a Torch the Tower. Man, we're just not doing great things today. That's okay. Let's go with a Synthesizer to start. We draw a Emberheart Challenger. Worst hit in the deck. Very unfortunate. I need to hit a land here. Yeah, I'll attach. Yeah, I'll take the land. God, maybe I just have to bounce this. It could just be a bounce. Or, oh, no. I know what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to attack. They're going to block. And then I'm going to Flood Maw the Scavenger's Talent. I am going to give them a little guy, but that's okay. So now the Cauldron Familiar dies. They do not get a food. So now they need to put in resources to make another food. Now, they could just play a freaking Witch's Oven, obviously, because they're my opponent. However, if they did not have the Witch's Oven, we were in pretty good shape. Now we're in pretty poor shape. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, so if I had just gone with my gut and stuck with the Torch to Towers, I think I just run away with this game because now they can't do the Cauldron Familiar thing. Yeah, that's rough. That's pretty bad. I don't really have answers for this. They're just passing? Yeah. Boomerang Basics. I could start with that, actually, on the Synthesizer. I guess that's pretty good. So do this. Draw a couple of cards. Okay, land's fine. And I hit another Boomerang Basics. Okay. I could force them to use the Witch's Oven, I suppose. Well, let's go with the Synthesizer first, I think. Get a Quarry Steel Cutter trigger. And I have this Monstrous Rage to push damage on the other Monk, too, which is nice. Let's see what we draw. Okay, Spire Bluff Canal. I am not going to play that. I am going to play out this land. I could also, like, Boomerang Basics the Synthesizer again, because it's like, what am I Boomerang Basicsing here? The Witch's Oven? I don't think so. I could Boomerang Basics the fish, but then they just sack it, and then they make 2 food. They make 3 foods with this freaking Cauldron Familiar. Oh my god. I can only play this turn. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna do it on the Synthesizer again. Let's get a lot of triggers. Hopefully I just draw an untapped land. Another Synthesizer is pretty good. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's just go to combat. Okay, they're gonna do this. I'm going to Monstrous Rage here. Try to push through a lot of damage. They're going to go Witch's Oven to sacrifice. God, they make so many foods. So bad. but this is a lot of damage. 12 damage. Okay. It's something. They have this Cauldron Familiar activation, though. Now I have 2 trampling bodies, so if my opponent was trying to keep their hand on the strength of this and they don't have a fatal push, I think we can be okay. We still have another Monstrous Rage in the deck, too. And there could be ways that we can deal with the opponent's stuff. And also, we're just seeing a lot of cards. So, actually, and there's just, they just dealt 2 damage to themselves. That seems good, I think. The problem, I think, is if they play... Oh. Are they just leveling up both talents? They're cracking the food to try to hit another cat, which they did not hit. Hold on. Hold on a second. Hold. Are they just dead? Let's find out. I mean, I've got double experimental synthesizer here. So I can basically play literally anything I draw. Oh, okay. Another synthesizer? Okay. I believe I'm supposed to equip this. Actually, wait. Maybe I don't. It depends on what I draw, right? Because right now these 2 are going to be 8 total. They can bring this back twice. So you know what? I think I actually don't equip. So I'm going to decline. Boomerang Basics. Yeah, I just forced this. Yeah, I think they're just dead, probably. They're going to make a lot of... God, they're going to make a lot of stuff, and I don't like it. Let me sacrifice a permanent. I could just Boomerang Basics the synthesizer. I think I just make these things so big. That's the idea. That's the idea. We make these things so incredibly large that even with all of the potential life gain they can get, it's not going to be enough. Wow, that's a lot of lands. Okay, synthesizer again. Soulscar Mage, not quite enough. All right, let's just combat. There's a lot of trample damage. That's it. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it was just too much. And then I'm able to use the Reckless Rage to get another prowess trigger. So I think that went pretty well. And that was a good strategy of like not moving the Quarry Steel Cutter, I believe, because they're able to just chump block, right? And I don't have a way to give this one trample. So just buffing up on these was the way to go. And we got the match. See you for the next. All right, we're here for our next match against Eris Burn. Let's go first. Ooh. The one-lander. I don't think this is good enough. It doesn't have a way to churn. It's a mountain as opposed to like a steam vents. I think we can do better. Uh-oh. This is, I think I might be forced to keep this one and like Firebrain Scheme. This is a little rough. I think I like this better than going to 6. And I'm just going to really hope to hit a land off of the Firebrain Scheme. Man. Oh, man, I am not a fan. I'm going to keep it, though. I'm going to put back a Rage. Uh-oh. That's pretty bad. I'll get a Swifty. Really needed a land off the top. Okay, I'm playing against the mirror, it seems. River Pirate Verser's deciding which threat to play first. I guess I could have gone to 5. Because I think if I hit a land there, I'm in like a pretty decent-ish spot. Oh, they're also... Wait, no way. Did they also keep a one-lander? That's so funny. Oh, God. This is so bad. The problem is my land hurts me. It's terrible. This is just terrible gameplay. I think they kept a one-lander too. And they're gonna go Firebrain Scheme again. Come on, whiff. Oh, they whiffed. No. Oh no. Okay, that's unfortunate. All right. Well, it was funny. It was funny. Oh, thank goodness. A land. All right. Get in there. Get in there, challenger. All right. Maybe they don't have another removal spell. You know? Maybe we'll be fine. Maybe the Emberheart Challenger will survive. I don't know. It's possible. Okay, Synthesizer. I mean, they're not really doing much. They do hit their land drop, which is a pathway. I've seen some lists play like one copy of this. I feel like 90% of the time they're just going to put it on red. Oh, just kidding. Okay, Storm Chasers. Is their last card a Reckless Rage? That would be bad. If they get greedy... No, it's Reckless Rage. They're going to use it now. Oh, Torch. Sure. That's pretty not good. God. They get to hit me so hard next turn. I could go Academic Dispute and then Boomerang Basics, but I think I can do that next turn. I'm just going to go with the Quarry. I'm going to set up. The problem is now my opponent just has all of the agency in the world to do stuff. Like, they're just doing their thing. Now they're going to play... I don't even know. Boomerang Basics on that? Yeah, that seems pretty good. And they might draw one drop. Okay, if they don't have a land, they can't play that. Okay. It's that's something. We draw a land as well. So I'm taking a lot of damage though, unfortunately. So I think I like going... I can also Floodmaw a creature too. Okay. Do this. We're going to get, I believe, a Firebending lesson here. Shock this in. Firebending lesson on the Monk. Trigger the Quarry. And then attack. I think I am just going to aggressively use this Floodmaw on the little otter friend, just to push a little bit more damage. So now next turn I can do Academic Dispute, get the bounce spell perhaps, Monstrous Rage. I can do it all at instant speed. The problem here is my opponent has like 6 cards, so that is the issue. Okay, Synthesizer, they hit a land, but it's a tap land, thankfully. So, weird. My opponent must have something here. Are they trying to... I don't think they can possibly lethal me on this turn. We might be able to do stuff. Okay, that's a Torch. That's fine. I mean, it's not great, but it's fine. Okay. Emberheart Challenger, you say? I guess that's something. The problem is I probably just die if I don't answer the Quarry, or the little token friend. So I could play this to block, as weird as that sounds. Or I could wait on the Emberheart Challenger. I can just go Academic Dispute, get... no, and then they just... I don't think I'm winning... How... What do we want to do here? The problem is I don't have the 4th land. Emberheart Challenger... I think I just go Monstrous Rage. I can probably leave this back as a blocker. Okay, that's something. So now, how much damage do I have? I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with the academic dispute, which is not quite enough. The question is, am I going to shock this in to hold up something? I think the answer is no. I'm just going to play this tapped. I'm going to get in for the 6. Like, I definitely die a lot of ways here, but this gives me, I think, the best chance if my opponent's hand is not too insane. Like, their hand could be like 4 lands. You never know. And, okay, Swifties, that's probably a bad sign, but thankfully, I mean, as long as their bodies don't have trample, okay, that's bad. Potentially should have just done the academic dispute thing to protect it, but 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so unfortunately we just die. Let's see what they grab. They also can just decline, so I know less about their deck. What? Okay. Opponent has showed me that they also have an octopus form. They did not need to do that. Okay, that was a weird game. It was actually kind of close, but that's just how it goes, unfortunately. All right, so for the mirror, I think we just bring in the torches and leave it at that. And then I can probably just take out some of the clunkier cards, probably just Flood Maws. I don't think this is a Flood Maw matchup. And yeah, I think I just leave the rest the same. The Pyroclasms are, I don't think the Pyroclasms are great because they can easily protect their bodies with like a spell. So if you catch them tapping out, I guess that's one thing, but yeah, I don't think that's going to be the way. I think the way to beat the mirror is you play like Screaming Nemesis and stuff, but yeah, not quite what we're doing here. All right, this has got Soulscar Mage, Firebrain Scheme, and a couple of basics. So is this good enough? The problem is one removal spell kind of just wrecks me. The Boomerang basics don't actually do too much. So then I'm just praying that the Firebrain Scheme finds me something. If this was a Storm Chaser's Talent, I could totally keep this hand because then I just go super wide. But I think as it stands, I can do better. I don't like this either. I mean, the problem is this Verge isn't... If this was a dual land, I think I could keep it. Because then you have the Storm Chaser's Talent, then you're praying with the Experimental Synthesizers, and you have a Torch. But the fact that you can't play the Storm Chaser's Talent unless you specifically draw another land, and it has to not be a Verge, I think you can't risk that. Okay, see, this is fine. This is acceptable. I'll keep. I do like the Quarry Steel Cutter, so I'll keep this. I believe it's just gonna be like one of these and one of these. Yeah, I think that makes sense. All right, we're gonna start off with the Storm Chasers, and I'm just gonna like really hope to draw a land next turn. If I can draw a land next turn, we can probably pop off. Like I go Quarry Steel Cutter, and then I go either Synthesizer into something or Dispute into Boomerang basics, bounce Storm Chasers, get in for a big hit. Hopefully that's gonna, happen. Oh, beautiful. Nice. All right. Let's get set up. So we do this. We go Quarry Steel Cutter and smack for 2. Okay. So next turn we go Academic Dispute on something, and then opponent's also doing Quarry Steel Cutter things. That's fine. All right. Oh, another land? It's actually really nice. Do I go Synthesizer here? Maybe I don't think I have to. I think I'm going to save the Synthesizer. So we're going to go Academic Dispute on this. Prowess, trigger, grab, basics. I could also get a Firebending lesson, actually. I don't think nah, it's okay. I can get that later, I think. Because then I'm not using all my, no. I'm just gonna try to draw cards. We took a mold of 5. We need to try to do stuff. Okay, Bounce Storm Chasers draw. It's effectively 2 cards, which is insane. Oh, another Boomerang Basics. That's crazy. And then we just replay the Storm Chasers. Yeah, this is better. This is better. Sweet. All right, smack. They go to 9. There's a chance they die next turn. We'll see. Because I can always use the Boomerang Basics aggressively. Whoa, Pyroclasm. Yeah. That's really good. Okay. I guess I am supposed to bring in Pyroclasm. Man, I'm learning so much about this format. I don't know things. Wow. Yeah, okay, never mind. Ooh, wait. Corey Steelcutter. Hold. Everything's fine. So I can go Corey on that and then attack for 4, but then the problem is they have 1, 2, 3, and they probably just like win. Jeez. That was an insane turn from them. Not good. I mean, double Corey Steelcutter is really nice. So we do that, and then Boomerang Basics. I think it's just got to be like killing off one of these things. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that would be lethal if they played 2 spells next turn, unfortunately. So I might just have to pass the turn. Okay, Boomerang Basics on this. Get the guys. And then I don't think I can attack. Because see, if they play 2 spells, right? 3, 6, 8 is literally death. I think I'm just forced to pass. Unfortunately. Do I attack with 1? And then if they don't have a removal spell, but it's very likely. I mean, there's Boomerang Basics, there's Torches. Yeah. I think I don't attack. That Pyroclasm was just devastating. So I suppose in the mirror I'm supposed to bring in the Pyroclasm because of situations exactly like that. Because if the opponent's tapped out, you can, like, you know, survive. Yeah, removal. So it's a good thing that we didn't attack because I need to be able to take this hit. If they have another one, it's over. So, yep, okay. Wow. Okay. You know what? It's okay. I learned something. I learned that Pyroclasm is good. Yeah, I just lose. Okay, they really had it. Yeah, we were dead for sure. Wow. Okay, that's fine. Moving on. All right, playing against Cordy97. Going first. It's a little rough. I don't like the one-landers. Can you mull this? I mean, you have like the card advantage. You have interaction. You have Boomerang Basics. I wish I knew the matchup. If I knew the matchup, it'd make this a little bit easier. So on turn 1, you Swift Spear, and then on turn 2, if they kill it, that's pretty bad. We don't have a way to churn. Boomerang Basics not currently bouncing anything. I think I could do better. This is like pretty bad too. 4 lands. I mean, obviously you put 1 back, but do I just have to like pray that the top of the deck is kind to me? It's got the Corey Steelcutter. I think I like that better than going to 5. This is very rough. I think that was a rough mulligan. But I just have to... Okay. So, Swiss Spear. Oh, that was a good draw. So, I think I'm just, again, going to get set up with the Corey Steelcutter here. Okay, so next turn we can go Storm Chaser Basics. do the whole song and dance. Okay, another Swifties and a Storm Chasers. All right, so they're doing a lot of stuff. I can just go Chasers basics. Wow, another Verge. Yeah, let's go talent. Basics on the talent. Draw. I just need to draw cards. Yes. Hopefully I draw a removal spell. Ooh, synthesizer. That's going to be good for churning next turn, which is nice. Okay, I don't think I'm at risk of dying, so I will smack for 7. They can block if they want. They're not going to block. Makes sense. Okay, cool. So I think we're doing okay here. Jeez, opponent has a triple Spire Bluff start. Pretty nice. Passing the turn, you say? Okay. Can I kill my opponent? It's possible. Let's find out. So let's start with a synthesizer, get all of our triggers. Trigger, 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 trigger. Ooh, Swifty was nice. Really good. Play land. We'll go Swift Spear. Take action. All right. Pretty sure I just swing out first. Yeah. And then everything's going to get the prowess. I could burst on... What happens if I burst here? And then they, like, say they burst back. So I burst here. They burst something back. Like, I lose this, perhaps. Then they're taking 3, 6, 9. So they can block 3 things. They take 3 plus... No. So I think we just let them go to blocks. We do not blink first here, because it's not lethal. Okay, I'm fine with this exchange. Opponent kind of has to assume I have nothing. 2, 4, 6, 8. They're not blocking with the Swift Spears, so I just don't have to do anything. Yeah, so they go to 2, and then I just burst face. Okay, cool. That was good. If I had blinked first there, they could have done something. Okay, nice. Good mulligan decision, I would think. Okay, we learned. Pyroclasms, baby. And I could definitely see it being good. Okay, so we are definitely going to bring out the Flood Maws. What else are we bringing out then in that case? It could be Rages, since we're bringing in other removal spells, and this is a little bit more niche. And then it requires... Yeah, you know what? I think I've talked myself into it. I think you want to keep the churning. I think you want to keep the burst and the torches, obviously. So I think now I have an actual real sideboard plan against the mirror. I'm so prepared for this event, guys. It's like not even funny. I have played not that much Pioneer overall. Okay, this hand does not have removal, but it does have... it has a good mix of bodies and ways to draw cards, and a Monstrous Rage can be cheeky, can be like pseudo removal. I could definitely see this not panning out, but I think it's okay. Okay, I'm going to start with a Soul Scar. I think I will also start with a Soul Scar. Okay, so my opponent could have a removal spell here. They're just going to go Firebrain Scheme. Maybe they're trying to find a land drop. I really hope they're trying to find a land drop. Okay, they get the burst. Oh, they don't have the land. Okay, that's good. Do I just smack, like, really hard? Or do I just go Firebrain Scheme? I think I want to keep the Monstrous Rage for 5, 6, 7. They go to 11, and then this becomes a 2-3 permanently. I could use the Monstrous Rage aggressively here, or I could just go Firebrain Scheme. Firebrain Scheme can actually help to push more. Actually, you know what? I think I actually like the Monstrous Rage specifically because it will protect me from a Pyroclasm. And by me, I mean one of my creatures. So normally I don't like using the Monstrous Rage too aggressively, but I think in this case, I think it's going to be better, specifically to play around a, what's it called? A Pyroclasm. Because I could play Swift Spear and attack for 3 and then set up for a big attack, but I think this is going to be better. I'm going to do it on the Soulscar Mage because that's the more important body. And then I attack for like 7. And my opponent's at, you know, they have 1. Okay, they're going to burst that, which I totally knew about and completely remember. The Firebrain scheme does the thing where it's, you know, impulse draw until your next turn. Me messing that up? Impossible. Impossible. Okay, so we're going to go Swift Spear. I think it's just Swift Spear, Firebrain scheme. Is that death? Wait, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not quite. So I think I just want to draw a land. Yeah, I think I'm going to just try to draw a land with the Firebrain scheme and again with the Monastery Swift Spear for big damage. Okay, exile the top 2. Hopefully hit a land drop. I'll take it. Mountain. And then I'll just say, hey, do you have a Pyroclasm? Because if not, you're freaking dead. It has to be like land Pyroclasm too. They had to have Pyroclasm in their hand already. Oh my god. All right, I'm just gonna end them. Go Pyroclasm, and then at instant speed I can protect with an Academic Dispute, and this game's just over. Oh, Reckless Rage. Yeah, no, they're dead. Woo! Oh man, I'm really getting away with something here. On to the next. All right, on the draw against Takua, but our hand, it's okay. I think I can try it. We have a lot of spells that we can get. This is a lot of like vessels, but no ways to actually, you know, get through. Wow, Glade Cover Scout, Hex Proof. It's a little frightening. Definitely a little frightening. We'll just start with the Soulscar Mage. Could have gotten the beats in early with the Monastery Swift Spear, but I think I'd rather go like perhaps Swift Spear into Storm Chasers. Oh, okay, it's this kind of thing. It's this kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. It's a race. It is a race. Land is good. I think I just like... I think I can beat this. So how are we going to do this? Probably just Emberheart. Yeah, I think so. So Emberheart, and then the thing is, I think what my opponent's going to try to do is, obviously they're trying to put a bunch of auras on the Glade Cover Scout, right? But, okay, this is what I was thinking. They're going to go Sheltered by Ghosts. So I can go Swift Spear, Academic Dispute, bounce the thing, and get back my Emberheart Challenger. Is that good enough? So I can Academic Dispute, get bounce Sheltered, get back the thing. The problem is they just replay it though, which is not great. So I think what I need to do is get in for one more big hit, and then hopefully they don't gain too much life, and then I Sheltered on the following turn. So I think we do this. We do this, and then I think we spread out the bodies a bit to make another Shelter by Ghost not as devastating. And then I don't think I can die next turn, right? Yeah, questionable. Hit for 6. So yeah, this is definitely a weird matchup you don't see all the time. Another Ethereal Armor. God, that's annoying. An Audacity gets Trample. Oh, I just die. I just lose. What? Okay. All right. Wow. That's pretty bad. Whew. All right. Yeah. Wow. Okay, well, these are... Okay, I think I have to bring in the Pyroclasms just because I can't deal with the Hexproof guy otherwise. Yeah. So probably just Reckless Rage comes out. Yeah, I think so. You gotta have the Flood Maws to bounce their auras. So the Boomerang, with the Boomerang basics and the Flood Maws, I think this should be fine. And then we just had the Pyroclasms as a, hey, if you don't have too many auras, I will kill your thing. Because they went all in on the one hexproof guy. So if I can kill it, I don't think they can come back. This hand looks fine. I'll start off with a Swift Spear, I believe. Yeah, I like Swift Spear. Okay. Swift Spear, get in there. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there it is. Freaking Glade Cover Scout. Okay, I did not draw the thing, unfortunately. So yeah, we're going to go, I think we're just going to set up. We're going to go Storm Chaser's Talent, and then go Soulscar Mage Pass. Okay, smack for 2. Yep. Okay, and then Soulscar Mage. And then next turn, we've got all of our little cantrips. We can get in for big damage. We'll see what the opponent plays here. Could just be a Sheltered by Ghosts. Yep, it is in fact the Sheltered by Ghosts, but they actually don't have an attack. They don't have an attack. So this thing is just a 2/1. It's just a 2/1, which is like totally fine. So all right, let's see. How do I want to begin the turn? Oh, wait a minute. I go Academic Dispute. Yeah. Okay, perfect. We go Academic Dispute. We get Iroh's Demonstration and destroy the Glade Cover Scout. Ooh. Oh, that worked out. Because this deals 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls. It doesn't target. So make sure to pick the right mode. Oh, man. That's nice. All right, smack. All right, let's see what opponent does here. All right, cool. Wow, what a matchup. This is so silly. Oh, Brazen Borrowers. I guess Brazen Borrower could be a thing. It's kind of expensive. Like, maybe I just want over 1 synthesizer. I could see it. Flood Maw's good. Bursts can go face, but they can't actually deal with. You know what? Maybe I'd rather have another bounce spell on average. Not a fan with how high the curve is getting, but I think 1 bounce spell can often be the difference between life and death. Like, say they attack for a big swing, and then before damage, you bounce their ethereal armor. I could see that, because the Burst Lightnings are going to be like only going face. Oh man, there's a Pyroclasm in this hand. I cannot risk this. Definitely can't risk. Have to mulligan, unfortunately. Oh my god. This hand doesn't do anything. I mean, these are basically dead because I don't have a creature. This doesn't really. Yeah, this hand actually doesn't do anything. I have to mull. Oh my god. I might be forced. I'd be forced to keep 5 and then just like pray off the top of the deck for lands. Yeesh. They kept a hand of 7. What do I put back? Brazen Borrower and Corey Steelcutter? I think so. This is very bad. Oh, there it is. There's the Glade Cover. Oh, yay. A land. Amazing. All right, Swift Spear. And then attack. Okay. So if they go... Okay, it's just Ethereal Armor. They kept a 1-lander. No, they didn't. They didn't keep a 1-lander. Never mind. Okay, Academic Dispute. Academic dispute. So obviously their plan is to go more all in on the ethereal armor thing. So what do I want to do? I can academic dispute. I could just hold this up for a an octopus form, and that'll set them back a turn. Yeah, I actually like that. So I think I'm just going to attack and then pass. Because I imagine this turn they're going to go for that play. Wow, that is just an ethereal armor. Yeah. That is so large. Very large. All right. That was not what I wanted to happen. I think I'm going to try to draw. The problem, oh my god, this is just so bad. I could just Monstrous Rage to make this larger. I always have Flood Maw to make something a little bit weaker. I could just like pass. Okay, they have nothing. So, what do I want? It could be the Boomerang basics, and then they're forced to redo it, but that doesn't seem very good. I actually like getting the octopus form. I mean, now they're going to know about it, but I think the point is that now they have to be a little cautious. I think I actually... It's weird. I'm going to Monstrous Rage now. It seems like they don't have anything. I just want the power boost. Jeez. Not a fan. Not a fan of what's going on. I'm going to attack. Okay, I have... Oh my god, wait. I don't even have Dispute. I don't even have Form plus Flood Maw up. Oh, that was probably a mistake. Because I don't have the double blue. Yeah, that might not have been very good. I mean, I'm not dying, right? I'm not dying to the Glade Cover Scout as it currently stands. All right, they just attack me. That's fine. Ooh, they pass? Whoa, that's huge. Kind of want to draw another card. I don't have to. I could also, like, actually... Wait, what if we do this? I could just, like, actually discard a card. Like, what are these doing? Maybe it's just Boomerang basics. But I think I actually need to pitch a card in hand. Pitch this Flood Maw. Yeah, now I have double blue available. I could Flood Maw one of the things. No, it's okay. Wow. Wow. This is just weird. I don't like this. Oh no. I think I just don't attack. We're just in this weird staring match, I think. Curious Obsession gets +1/+1, and whenever this creature deals combat damage. Okay. So, let's go to blockers. Let's Flood Maw one of the ethereal armors. And then octopus form on our Swift Spear. Okay. What is this matchup? What is happening? Ooh, Academic Dispute is good. Okay. So Yeah, we'll do that. Yes. I could just get Quench. I could get Boomerang Basics to try to draw. Oh, God. This is so weird. It's such a weird game, man. I think I have to get Boomerang Basics. Attack. I don't like giving up the 2/3 body, but I could wait a turn. I'm just gonna maybe pray off the top. Boomerang Basics is definitely like the most versatile. Plus, this thing doesn't have hexproof. Okay, they're just gonna get in for one. You have nothing. Jesus. Spire Bluff is bad. I'm gonna Boomerang Basics this now, I think. Just try to draw something. God. Oh no. Oh my God. Oh, I'm not punishing my opponent for their bad decisions. If they find another Glade Cover Scout. Oh my God. Oh. What is going on? What is happening? No, the fish. Oh. What is going on? This isn't real. This is not a real thing. Oh my God. It's a Boomerang Basics. Die fish. Please don't save it. Oh. Oh. Cryptomancer. You gotta be freaking kidding me. What is this game? This game is not real. This is not a real matchup. Oh my God. It's okay. I'm going to draw another Boomerang Basics off the top. Easy. Sure. Okay. What? This is not real. On to the next, I guess. All right, we're here for our next match on the draw versus BLW PB8. I think this hand is fine. I can go ahead and keep turn 1 Soul Scar, then Steel Cutter, set up for a big next turn. Thought Seize from the opponent. All right. I don't know what they take. Probably Soul Scar Mage? Yep, makes sense. Okay, Dispute's fine. We're just going to go for the Firebrain Scheme, try to set up for the next turn. I'll get a Ember Heart, I think. Yeah, I'll get Ember Heart. Okay, nice. Time to draw that land. All right, Ember Heart. I assume they have like a Fatal Push here. They don't have a Fatal Push. I'm okay with that. Who am I playing against? Just black-green mid-range? I've seen 2 Overgrown Tombs and a Thought Seize. Mutavault. Sentinel. Okay, I can deal with that. Oh, beautiful. Reckless Rage off the top. Excellent draw. All right, Corey Steelcutter and Reckless Rage. Okay, trigger all the things. I get to basically mill a card now, but that's okay. Oh, that would have been good, but that's fine. And I smack for 6. Okay, opponent's in a rough spot. Let's see if they have some sort of board wipe thing. Okay, Badger Mole. Animating the Overgrown Tomb. Sure. Are they going to crack the map? If they crack the map, I'm okay with that. Ooh, Fatal Push off the top. All right. So hopefully I don't have to worry about that yet. Okay. Well, I like going double Corey. That seems pretty good. Yeah, I think we just do that. So we'll go Corey Steelcutter, trigger the prowesses. Okay, and then we can go Academic Dispute, or actually, wait, 3, 6, 7, 8. They block, they take 5. Yeah, not good enough. Yeah, I like going Academic Dispute on the challenger here. Trigger all the things, make a bunch of bodies. Hopefully I hit a land drop. Yeah, attach, attach. Okay, I did not hit a land. I will get a... probably just a firebending lesson. I think that makes sense. And then I'll attack with everything. And now they're just kind of forced to block. Weird. Okay, sure. They go to 1? I don't know if I agree with that. Must have a board wipe of some kind here, but they don't know about the Swift Spear in my hand. So if they go for some sort of board wipe, then I just kill them with the Swifties. All right, cool. They're just going to perish. Love that for me. Okay, so we're up against some kind of Badgermole Cub mid-range deck. So Scorching Shots are going to be good here. I imagine the Torches. Pyroclasms potentially as well, just because they're going to go big with the Badgermole Cub. So I think we can bring those in too. What's bad in a mid-rangey matchup? The Monstrous Rages, because they're going to have a lot of fatal pushes, I think. Reckless Rages are going to be good. We could just trim on a Synthesizer. Flood Maws are okay. I don't think they're going to... I don't know what kind of hate pieces they're going to bring in against me. That's more the white decks. So I could see that. Maybe like... And Academic Dispute. This card's very good, though. So I think I'm just going to trim on the Flood Maws. And then, I guess the question is, do I actually need the Pyroclasms? It's going to be good if they go like super big on a Badgermole Cub, so I guess so. What the heck? Okay. Weird. Last cut. What could it be? Just trim an Academic Dispute, because it can be a little dicey, I think, to use it on, like, say sometimes you want to use it on your own creature because that's all you can do, and then they like fatal push you and then you're sad. I could see that. Huh. This is a one-lander, but it's a very good one-lander. I think I keep this because we can answer an early Mana Dork. We have a Pyroclasm, and we have like 4 1-drop threats. I actually kind of like this. 5 1-drop threats. I'm starting to like it a little less, but, you know, we can actually play Magic with this hand, I think, is the the point. Okay, if they go land Badgermole Cub and I go land Pyro, that's huge. Okay, come on. Land, baby. Land off the top. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, it's definitely Pyroclasm. We got to stop them from doing nonsense. Cool. Just like we dreamed up. Incredible. Okay, Sentinel's a little annoying, but I think we'll be okay. I think I'm just going to set up this turn with a couple of Soulscar Mages. And then next turn, we can go Firebrain Scheme. Hopefully, maybe we can hit even like a land drop and then go double Storm Chasers. Attack for 8. Ugh. Opponent goes a board wipe of their own. That's pretty bad. Okay, this is big. Another Pyroclasm looking kind of rough right now. So I think we just have to go Firebrain Scheme. Try to Impulse Draw. Oh, oof, that's bad. No land. Just going to play a Storm Chasers. Now this Sentinel just takes over because they can just grow it out of range of all of my big removal spells that I might draw. And they got the Unholy Annex. Yeah, if they just make this thing a 5/6, okay. Yeah, it looks like I'm just getting out mid-ranged here. Corey is really bad. Just play Ember Hard Pass. Yikes. That's not good. Currently taking, what, 7? 9, because they can just animate the Mutavault. I mean, I'm not winning if I don't take this. It's just, yeah, I'm pretty sure all they have to do is, yeah, they just animate the Mutavault, and then they use the Unholy Annex, and I take 2, and then I just don't have much. Okay, does Academic Dispute change anything? So we go Academic Dispute on something. I mean, we can effectively bounce one, kill the other, right? But then we just died of Mutavault. Unholy Annex again. So unfortunately, we're going to have to scoop this one up. It's okay. We'll get him in game 3. Yeah. I mean, that Pyroclasm was super good. It's just, yeah, there are definitely some problems there. I also didn't draw my Scorching Shots. Scorching Shots would have been nice. I don't think I make any changes. I think I just run it back and then hopefully get a little bit better draws. All right, on the play. And so this hand is very reactive. I mean, it's got the burst and the torch for their early mana dorks, but then I have to spend turns developing the Quarry and Academic Dispute and not actually pressuring my opponent. So I think I am going to ship this one. Okay, this is better. Yes, it's a one-lander, but it has a good mix of like all of the things that I want to do. Now the question is what to put back. And the answer could be either Academic Dispute. I like the Quarry Steelcutter as a way to actually get consistent pressure because they have a lot of board wipes that they're going to bring in, of course. So it could just be Academic Dispute. The other argument is that I will find more, Quarry Steelcutters, but at the same time, it's like, well, what am I using this Firebrain scheme for most likely? To get a land, right? So that's basic, like, think of this as a land, which I need. So now it's like, what do I get rid of here? I think the torch is important for the turn 1 mana dork. Academic Dispute. I think I just rather have a Quarry Steelcutter. All right. We'll go Soulscar Mage. Hopefully I just draw the land naturally off the top. Go Swamp Thoughtseize. Wow, they kept their Thoughtseizes in. Sure. I think they take... I imagine they take Firebrain Scheme here. Because they see that I do not have a land. It's okay. I'll just draw a land naturally off the top, easy, and then I play Quarry. They took the Storm Chasers. Okay. Well, we're gonna do what we said. Exile the top 2. Hopefully, hit a land drop, and I didn't hit a land drop. What would I rather play if I draw a land next turn? I guess a Scorching Shot because I already have a Quarry Steelcutter. Yikes! This is really bad. Probably torching whatever. Yeah, I'll get the Scorching Shot. Ooh, not hitting the land in the top 4 draws is not where you want to be. So, opponent knows about torch is a thing. They don't have green. They don't have green mana. Deep Cavern Bat. Take torch? Come on, I need that red land off the top. Let's go. That is very rough. Yeah, just Swifty. I definitely needed to kill this bat for sure. now we're probably just rough. The opponent's not doing much. Oh, we hit the land. Okay, so I'm going to set up. I'm going to set up with a nice Quarry Steel Cutter. Now these can both get in past the Mutavault, which is good. Opponent also kept a sketchy hand, it seems. Yeah, they can't use Mutavault here. Next turn, if I draw a 1-mana spell, we're in business. Like, ideally a removal spell. Okay, they're just going to play Sentinel here. For sure. Probably. Almost definitely. Badger Mole. That's fine. Like, they actually still don't have great blocks. Do they have removal for the Quarry? Potentially. Come on, please 1-drop spell. Any 1-drop spell. Shivan Reef. I mean, like, I can equip, I guess. Okay, Stormchaser's Talent. Let's get these things out of range of stuff. What do you got? Okay, Abrupt Decay. Yeah, that's expected. All right. Make a guy. Smack for 4. They just have so much mana next turn. I have to play this land out, of course, because, you know, if we're Desperado, we're just going to, like, Stormchaser's Talent. That's an Orboroid. Yeah, that's probably the game. That's unfortunate. I need to draw something really huge right here. That's not huge. Unfortunate. Now the Deep Cavern Bat, like, they're just 100% in this game. This goes to 4. They go up to like 12. Yeah, that's rough. Okay, I mean, we had a couple unfortunate draws this league, or not even league. It's like, you know, the qualifier. So I didn't do quite as well as I had hoped, but you know, that's how these things go sometimes. That's how prowess can be. But in any case, it's fine. They're gonna animate Mutavault here. Yep, do the thing. Rough. All right. Do they have more creatures? Nah. Yeah, just a swing out. Okay, let's think. I mean, technically, there might be a series of draws that can get us out of this, I think. Do I have to block? 9, 13, 17. So if I do this, I'm taking 12. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know what it is, but it starts with the 1-mana cantrip spell. This is a little late. Would have been great earlier. Kill the Badgermole Cub, kill the Deep Cavern Bat. If I had drawn this earlier, probably would have won this game because then they can't get out their Orboroid. But as it stands, we have lost. But I am going to go out swinging. Oh yeah, I forgot. The Soulscar Mage makes it, you know, -1/-1 counters, which is cool. It doesn't matter. They just take it. All right, maybe my opponent forgets. Maybe my opponent disconnects. You know, you always have to keep that in mind. Oh, and they didn't. All right, that's unfortunate. That's going to be an end to our day 1 run. So only got, what was that, only 2 wins. Yikes. But not the way we wanted it to go. But overall, I mean, the deck is very strong. Got a couple thousand gems for our troubles. And, you know, I don't really play that much Pioneer, so I could have spent maybe a little bit more time tuning the list, because I could definitely feel as I was playing the Academic Disputes that I just wanted like a cantrip. So I could see why the Accumulate Wisdoms was probably in there before. The problem is there's no like 1-mana lesson that's also a cantrip. But oh well, that is how it goes. All right, hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of different content. You guys can yell at me in the comments about my play patterns that were suboptimal, because I'm sure there were some. I think I'll be reviewing these games and trying to learn and do better next time. All right, thanks for watching.